All right, I am, as you can tell, very, very excited. This is going to be the first online webinar slash seminar that I'm doing for the public. So for you, you're going to get an opportunity to uncover your power word for 2017. And how we're going to do that is I'm actually going to walk you through as I perform my power word exercise for 2017. As I mentioned, my word last year was courage, and so through the course of this exercise, we together are going to establish your and my power word together. Just to make sure that we're all on the same page going forward, carve out a niche is an idiom which means a person or a company who carves out a niche focuses on a particular segment of the market to which they supply a product or service and develop their expertise in that area. So why that's important and why the name Carving Your Niche, why it inspired me to build an entire brand around that, is the fact that despite hardship, I have been able to find a place for myself within organizations, within groups, and have been able to be competitive and actually have a say in the direction and have influence in the direction of companies and organizations. I've been trusted by clients, and I think that all really plays into the fact that you have to really develop your expertise in an area, and the way that you do that is to make sure that you are continuing to grow and continuing to better yourself. And that's the way you're going to carve out a niche. You're going to carve out a niche for yourself by always bettering yourself. So if you're an accountant, being the best accountant. If you're a lawyer, being the best lawyer. And the way to do that is to constantly develop your expertise and to make sure that you're supplying a product or service that is really going to stand a cut above the rest, whether that's on an individual basis as one person within an organization or as a business within an industry. I think a good place to start is why power word is important. Now, a power word for me is a roadmap to success, and a roadmap to success is often complicated when you don't really have a starting point. I talked earlier about, that blank page, and on that blank page, you sometimes don't even know the first place to start. And so by creating a power word, it actually focuses your attention on a solitary starting point from which you can inspire and attribute all growth from. So for example, my power word last year was courage, and everything I did, it took courage to do that. I focused on actually applying courage towards it. That being either, making the videos and putting them out to you, leaving my job, which now you're aware that I've done, right? These are all things that take courage. And before the beginning of the year, I felt that maybe, I was confident, but I was kind of lacking substance, and it took courage. So it's a point of reference throughout your year, and it's a point of reference as it relates to carving out your niche, So yes, insert plug here, right? So your power word is really your starting point to carving your niche. And finally, it completely changed my life. That is without question. That is undeniable. I try not to ever promise anything, but if you actually put your mind to this, if you stick to your goals, if you focus on your power word to inspire you to get to your goals, I promise you that you will get somewhere. You will get results. And if you have any questions along the way, I'm always available. It is really an opportunity to change who you are as a person, to say, I'm not lazy anymore. I am going to do this. I can be focused. Because to be honest, I was lazy before. I was. Oh, that kind of segues into who am I? So I lack discipline, and I know that led to a severe lack of fulfillment and purpose in my life. I was drinking a lot. I smoked. I had dabbled in some other stuff as well, and we know what that means. And of course, the consequence of that was living a superficial life. And when you live a superficial life over a sustained period of time, it leads to depression. It leads to suicidal thoughts. You don't really have purpose. And of course, purpose is important. Life is a limited time frame for every single human being. And if we lack meaning and purpose in that time, we don't feel as though we have a reason to exist. So we need a reason to exist. And before I did this exercise the first time, I felt like I had no reason to exist. And now I have plenty of reasons to exist. And it started with the power word. So when I was taught the power word exercise, it was really the beginning of a massive transformation in my life. Now, I like to reiterate this a little bit, which is the fact that I'm not a self-help guru. I am not a expert. I'm not a medical professional, anything like that. I'm just a guy with a camera. I'm just a normal person on YouTube. So that being said, I'm not a medical professional. If you are dealing with depression or suicidal thoughts or anything like that, please do seek out medical professional help, because it's very serious, and I'm not a trained professional, so you should not really necessarily rely on me for that. What I can say is that when I was dealing with depression, the power word exercise did help me to change my environment, which led to a series of events that helped to turn my life around. However, if you're feeling not right in terms of your abilities and from a mental health perspective, definitely seek out professional help, and then come back and do the power word exercise. Just to recap, in 2009, my power word was discipline. In 2016, it was courage. And in 2017, we're going to find out exactly what it is. So just to clarify, and this is more about me from a professional perspective. Yeah, I guess I'm plugging myself since I have no job. But really, I just want to share a little bit about some of the turnaround that happened. So in 2009, I had no job, no money, a lot of debt. I had minus in the bank account and no prospects. So I can say, after doing power word exercises for the last 7 years, having a lot of good mentors around, help, family, friends, support, effort, the ability to be vulnerable, the ability to admit weakness, all of these things contribute. So in my professional life, I'm a digital marketer, so I do marketing for businesses, and I'm proactive, I'm client focused, I'm ambitious, I'm empathetic, I'm open-minded, and of course hungry for a challenge. I like to think of myself as a sales and marketing enthusiast. I don't like to use the word expert very often, but I will say that I am a lead generation expert. I love cold calling. I love getting on the phones. I love talking to new people. I love helping to uncover challenges that an individual or a business may have, and helping to guide them to a solution. And I think that's what this power word exercise is. But even in my professional life and offline, I'm all about helping people to better themselves, and the best way to do that is through uncovering challenges and finding solutions. And I feel as a lead generation expert in sales and marketing, it's all tied back into helping individuals and businesses to better themselves. I'm also a newbie vlogger, so this is my 22nd video. You can visit my channel at youtube.com/Riaz Sidi. And yeah, I'm a newbie vlogger. It's cool. I'm learning about the camera and the lighting. I'm getting more comfortable. I'm working on the ums and the ahs. I know sometimes, or the knows. I always get told, oh, yeah, you'll say So that's all part of the learning experience, and I appreciate your patience with me as I continue to grow. Other experience, I've been in sales for 15 years, online marketing for 8 years, corporate training for 2 years, and a manager. I've managed people over 5 years. And I was going to say currently, but former national training of manager for Post Media, with 500 plus students that I have trained across Canada in virtually every province, from teams of 3 individuals all the way to 40 team groups that I've trained. I love being in front of a group. I love public speaking, and I like to think that I'm a blend of client-facing and technical prowess. Trained as a journalist and learning development specialist and facilitation. So really, I know this is a little bit of a plug for me. I appreciate you taking the time to listen to this part. I know it's not adding value to you, so I apologize for that. But if you're interested in learning more about me, reach out to me. And also for your power word. So going back to actually finding out your power word. So the reason I talk about who I am and what I've become is because before I started doing these power word exercises, none of these bullets existed. all of these bullets have been acquired over the last 7 years, 8 years. So I'm hoping that if you're in a place right now where you have a blank page and you want to fill it with a whole bunch of credentials, that this PowerWord exercise is the starting point for you to be able to do that. So that's why I'm sharing this with you. I know it's a bit of a shameless plug, but I want to show you what you can be capable of, and I still have a lot to learn, don't get me wrong, what you can be capable of if you just put your mind to it. So finding your power word. So there's a few rules here that I want to share with you. The first being that I want you to dedicate 30 minutes to this exercise. If you're not going to dedicate 30 minutes to this exercise, please don't even start. You can stop here. You can close the window, because if you can't dedicate 30 minutes to changing your life, then it's probably not going to happen. No offense. Sorry. Secondly, no phones or distractions. So go to a room by yourself. Leave your phone somewhere else, please. It's so easy to get distracted by your phone. And so please, unless you're watching this video on it, or if there's a way that you can kind of put it in airplane mode or something and still watch this, then please do that. Third is grab a pen and a piece of paper. That's all you'll need. And of course, be open-minded to anything. So it's funny because of course, as I do every year, I went into the power word exercise assuming that I knew what my power word was going to be. And through the course of the exercise, realized that it was going to be very different, even though I was like, yeah, I'm doing the video and everyone's going to see it, so I want it to be this power word. Anyways, so be open-minded, because realistically, the exercise is going to force you to be open-minded anyways. So, but just stay open-minded. And finally, again, don't assume your word beforehand. Again, I made that mistake, and so don't do that, because you won't be able to do that. But don't assume your word. Okay, so let's begin. On your piece of paper with your pen, write down exactly what you want to accomplish in 2017. So pause the video after I finish this paragraph, and in that you will write down in bullet point form very specific goals that you want to achieve in 2017. And what I mean by that is you want to do 100 push-ups in a day. You want to get married, you want to get engaged, you want to take a trip, you want to take a certification in something. Be very specific, create a very exhaustive list. Don't sell yourself short of what you're capable of. I recommend at least 30 different goals. And goals, I don't know, type it often has like this connotation that's like goals. Oh my god, goal exercise. So don't look at it like that. Look at it as just things you want to accomplish, because the word goal is kind of misleading. Think of things that you want to accomplish, anything in this world. Pause the video and make that happen, please, and then unpause it. Thank you. Okay, so you have now a list of your goals for 2017. And so now I want to share my list of goals for 2017, and perhaps in the course of sharing my goals with you, you'll either reevaluate your goals and say maybe they're not specific enough, maybe you forgot some, or maybe they're great. And if that's the case, you can you can move on to the next step, which is what we're going to talk about shortly. So my goals are, of course, to find a new career by May 1st. I have 5 months now to look for a new position, a new career, and I'm very excited for that opportunity. It's like the ultimate sale for me. So I'm going to go out there and find a new position. And if you are looking for someone in the marketing, sales, marketing, or in training, please do reach out to me. You can visit my LinkedIn page, and it's RIAZSIDI. You can just throw that into the search field and come check me out and reach out to me. The second thing is I want to go to the gym at least 3 times a week. Ideally, I want it to be 4 or 5 times a week, but I want to put something a little bit more realistic. And so I'm not saying 4 or 5 is not realistic, but I don't want to disappoint myself by not achieving my goals. So I'm going to make sure that I go 3 times a week. I want to go on a date with my wife twice a month. Now that we're married, it's very easy to fall in a pattern of being stale and sitting on the couch and being roommates and not going out and actually, going on dates and dinners and, what couples do on dates and, go out and watch a movie or something. Fourth thing is I want to lose 20 pounds and rebuild it as muscle. So this was on my list for 2016, and I actually did lose 20 pounds. I actually lost 25 pounds, and I put it all back on since the wedding. So that leads to number 5, which is maintain it. So I'm going to come up with a more strategic method to not only lose the weight and rebuild it as muscle, but maintain it. And if you saw my week a few weeks ago, I already have my gym membership. I've already started going again. And I'm so far so good. I'm already back up to 6 kilometers. So going to keep on running and working some more cardio and working some weights and some new exercise ideas. If you have any ideas for workouts, I'm sure if you've seen enough videos, you know my body type. Feel free to comment below on some workouts that I could do. Please no spam, but if you have some ideas, please send it over. Next thing is I want to create, so this site, my blog, my vlog, and all of the videos and the website, it's all been about personal transformation, and not personal transformation in weightlifting and stuff, but personal transformation in just life hacks and etiquette and that type of stuff. And I definitely this year see a pivot, not necessarily pivot, but an expansion of the brand to include business transformation as well. So many people have reached out to me asking about how I was able to move up in the organization that I'm in, how I've been able to carve my niche from a professional perspective. And so I definitely want to create a business transformation component to carving your niche. And so that could either mean something like a second video a week, a podcast, interviews. It's really endless, the opportunity. And so there is going to be a business transformation component to carving your niche. So stay tuned for that. Reach out to me with any ideas you have about how to make it better, what things you'd like to see from a business transformation perspective. But yeah, so I think it's just to be well-rounded. You want personal transformation and business transformation. And so in 2017, we're going to bring in a business transformation element. The next thing is to have more fun with the channel. Now, it's not to say I don't have fun with the channel. I'm having fun right now, and I've had a lot of fun putting it together. But I feel like I could have more fun. I'm often caught up on, watching YouTube videos about making YouTube videos and reading out how to be better at YouTube, and it can be all a bit robotic. So I'm just gonna kind of let loose a little bit and have more fun, and my personality will shine through. And if you want to be here, you can be here with me, and if not, then that's cool too, But I'm not gonna let myself not have fun, and I'm not gonna be robotic at the expense of my sanity. So you know what? Let's have fun, and let's make this channel grow and have a good time doing it. It's not going to be fun it's not going to happen if you don't have fun doing it. So the next thing is Facebook Blueprint certification. So this is a skill set that I want to acquire, which is a certification. Facebook offers certification for digital ads and how to, its best practices. They take you through a course, and then at the end of it, I think it's like $150, and then you get certified. And I know because I'm in marketing and Facebook is like the next thing. I know it's not the next thing. It's been around for 10 years, but like from a advertising perspective, the trends are indicating that it's about to explode like crazy. And so, if I have certification, I'll be able to get, better results for people. The next thing is to create a free sales ebook giveaway. So I had a website, riazcd.com, and on that it was called Progressive Sales Strategies. This is from 2011, 2012. And so I have a lot of great blog posts that are actually sitting there not really generating any audience at all. And so what I want to do is actually give it as a free ebook. I want to take all of those blog posts and put it into an awesome ebook and give it away to sales consultants that are millennials or even not, and that that want to learn some of the best practices that I have used in real life situations with real life clients to generate sales and to make it a win-win-win. Because in sales, I know sales has this like negative connotation, but it's really about like kind of being sleazy, but it's really not. It's really a win-win-win, and the best salespeople are providing value, and they're not shady, and they are fully transparent. And so I want to put that into the ebook by taking those articles and putting it into there. That being said, I also want to rebuild riazsidi.com into a personal portfolio for myself, talk about who I am and what I can do for the world, and kind of like an online resume. I also want to rebuild carvingyourniche.com. So I slapped it together. I bought one of those themes for WordPress and put carvingyourniche.com out there. And so I want to put something together more professional, more 2017, and I definitely want to include that business transformation component in there as well. Also building off of my goals from a family and friends perspective. So this year I had a chance to see my family and friends a lot. And we had the wedding. We had family from all over the world come for the wedding. My sister had a baby. His name is Noah. He's beautiful. I want to see him more often. I got a chance to see my other nieces, and I love them, and I get to see them often too. We bought a house, and it's actually closer to them, so that's great. So I want to basically build off of my family and friends goals from 2016. You've never really achieved that. You can always grow as it comes to love. The next thing is to contribute to the Ottawa business community in a meaningful way and develop new bonds and opportunities to provide value to others and their business. So prior to becoming a sales trainer, I was on the front lines, going out and meeting with clients in the Ottawa area. That's where I live, Ottawa, Canada. And I want to get involved with the business community in a little more. I want to get involved with the business community on more of a scale, and whether that means joining new networking opportunities, going to weekly networking, organizing my own networking event, something to just keep me sharp and making sure that I'm building relationships and learning. I feel we go into networking groups to often solicit for business, but I have found way more powerful friendships and lessons and learning from networking than just purely from a sales perspective. So that's really powerful, and I want to do more of that in 2017. Also, I want to go live twice a month. So, it's the going live feature on Facebook and YouTube. Anyone has the power nowadays to go live, and really, it's kind of annoying if the person's not really talking about anything that's providing any value. So I want to go live twice a month, but I also want to provide value. So they're going to be essentially complementary and supplementary to the videos that I'm doing anyways. But I think it's just going to help to stay, more fresh and practice being live, because when you're live, you're not scripted. Like, I'm not scripted right now, but when you're live, you're not scripted at all. And you can't really cut anything out, or you can't pause anything. So I want to go and talk about some of the ways that I can help and provide value, give some advice, some tips, and do some kind of interactive cool things going live twice a month. I also want to be more opinionated online, but not in a stupid way. So when I say be more opinionated online, I mean sometimes I play safe online and I do things that are I stay very diplomatic, and that's not bad, but also it's safe, and people want to interact with people that have an opinion, and they want to, like or hate what they say. And so I want to be someone who, you like or hate what I say, and I want to have an opinion about it. But when I say not in a stupid way, I don't want to be like one of those people that just comments on a news article and like is dropping swear words and racist comments, and like that is stupid stuff. That's not acceptable. I want to have an opinion, but not like super political or anything like that. So basically, I'll figure out a way how to do that, but I just want to be more opinionated online. Next is volunteering for an organization. That I have no idea what I'm going to do with, but definitely, possibly, like something against drunk driving, something against blindness, something, not against blindness, but like, some causes that are closer to me in my life. Definitively answer the question, why should someone watch my videos? So if you're still watching, I thank you for that. But I wanted to really refine the brand and focus on the goal for every single one of my videos being, why should someone watch this? If I'm not myself enthralled in the video in the first 5 seconds, there's absolutely no reason why anyone else would be. So I want to make sure that I am keeping you energized, that I'm keeping you excited, and the best way for me, I believe, to do that is to constantly be asking myself the question, why would someone else be watching this, or why should someone be watching this? I also want to refine my brand. That could be a lot of different things. It could be putting different parts of my life out into the public. It could be, some stylistic changes. It could be a new haircut. I'm probably not going to get a new haircut, but it could be a new haircut. It could be a lot of things. So I'm going to figure that out over 2017. But that's what I want to do. The next thing is spending 1 hour a day writing content. Now, this can be obviously quite difficult, and so I'm going to make sure to practice and continue to get better so that I'm maximizing that 1 hour, because I'm going to sit there and make sure that I'm using that time effectively to generate content. And I know that's different. I'm saying it differently than actually recording videos and recording podcasts or any sound like this. Writing is a bit different. It's hard when there's a blank sheet in front of your face. So putting an hour towards that every day. The next thing is 100 subs by May 1st. So that's a goal for the YouTube channel. If you want to subscribe, you can visit youtube.com/RIAZSIDI. And sign up. My goal is to put out quality content. And if I continue to put out quality content, I should get to my goal of 100 subs by May 1st. That's 100 subscribers by May 1st. Currently sitting at 45, I believe. And another very ambitious goal I know is to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, end of 2017. The next goal that I want to achieve is I want to sell a product through Fulfilled by Amazon. So if you're not familiar with that, it's essentially e-commerce. It's the ability to drop ship a product through a drop shipper to Amazon. So I want to try it out. I want to use my digital marketing skills a little bit to see if I can maybe generate a little bit of side income on that. Next, I want to host a webinar. So I know this is kind of like a webinar, but I like an actual live webinar where I am helping with some aspect of your life, or maybe it's related to sales and marketing or something else, but I want to host a webinar in 2017. This one's a funny one. I want to quit beer. So I quit smoking in 2016. I want to quit drinking beer, and that has to do partially with my health as well. But yeah, I want to quit beer. I know it's for those beer drinkers out there, this is kind of sad, but I have 3 days left or so, or a few days left at least. And so over the course of the year, I want to quit beer. Next, I want to go to California. This is a bit of a dream that I've had for a long time. I want to go with my wife, and there's a lot of reasons. There's a lot of great cities there. I'm always told that the people there are awesome, that there's so much to see and do, and I want to check it out. I want to check out California, so that's going to be kind of my vacation spot. I don't have this on this sheet, but I also want to go to Florida as well. So Florida, California. So I'm going to be spending some time in the States on vacation this year. I want to work on home improvement. So now that I'm a handyman at home, okay, I'm not handy at all. Anyone that knows me knows I'm not handy at all. But I've been forced to be handy, which is actually kind of cool. I've started drilling things into the walls and, wiring things up, and what else? Building IKEA stuff. And it's kind of fun, actually. So I want to start doing more in home improvement type stuff, mow the lawn, shoveling snow, all that good stuff. Last two. So I want to develop an extensive list of people that I want to interview. So these could be business people. They could be, motivational type people. I'm thinking a bit smaller in terms of like locally in the Ottawa area. So if you have a message that you want to spread, reach out to me, and maybe you might appear on a future episode of Carving Your Niche. But I want to start interviewing, whether that's through these weekly Wednesday videos or through another channel definitely want to start interviewing people. I feel like that's an area that I might be good at, so I want to give it a crack. Finally, I want to improve the video quality. I talk about this a lot, but there's always new practices. So I want to actually invest in lights, like dedicated lighting and dedicated lapel mics. And I think that kind of builds on the previous bullet, which is to interview people. If I have the right tools to do that, then I can do that. So what are some of your goals? I want to know what some of your goals are as well. And so if you have some goals, then I want you to share them with me. But that being said, before we do that, we're going to move on to the next portion, which is now assigning a different number, the numbers between 1 and 4, to your goals list. So whip out your goals list again. Sorry, I know I took a lot of time talking about myself there. I'm sorry, but I just want to highlight how specific these goals should be for you. And so you'll see that I have here the numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4 next to each of my goals. And what influences that is, well, I would just start writing numbers next to them. So I wouldn't conceive what the number should be. So I put finding a new career, I put number 1, go to the gym is 2, go on a date with wife 3. They're all kind of 3 different things. Lose 20 pounds. So that's more closer to the gym. That's a number 2. Maintain it. That's a 2. Something about CYN and business transformation and podcasts. That's number 4. That's a new thing. Have more fun with the channel. That's a 4. I feel like the Facebook blueprint, because I'm in marketing, could be another 1. Creating a free sales ebook giveaway could be another 1. Rebuilding RiazSidi.com is my personal professional portfolio is another 1. Rebuild carving your niche is another 4. So as you can see, I've kind of gone through each of them, kind of keeping the ones that are closer together. 3 ties back, build off family and friends goals from 2016 is a 3. So that kind of goes back into the dates with my wife. Building relationships in the Ottawa business community is also a people-oriented thing. So 3, going live is people-oriented. So that's a 3. Being more opinionated, it's more of an online thing, is number 4. Volunteering with people. So you can see that the themes are kind of developing on their own, right? 3s are becoming more people-oriented. 4, why should someone watch my videos? 4 is going back to the videos. 1 is refining my brand, so it's more about career and professional. The next 2 are 4s as well, more about my online videos and marketing. First is more about career and generating income. Hosting a webinar is more about 4. Quitting beer is back to my health again, so that's a 2. Going to California, that's with my wife and family and people, that's a 3. Working on home improvements, that's a 2. Why is that a 2? Because it's good for my health. It's good for my I like to think of working on home improvements, and it takes muscle and energy, so I put that as a 2. Develop an extensive list of people, that goes back to the people theme. And finally, the quality of videos goes back into the carving your niche videos. So you can see, they're not going to fit, and you'll see in the next few slides that some of them ultimately don't end up fitting. But what you want to do now, once you have them marked as 1, 2, 3, and 4, is you want to put them into 4 distinct categories. You want to actually put all the 1s together, all the 2s together, all the 3s together, and all the 4s together. And over the course of that, you'll start to see some themes emerge. You'll start to see some exactly that, themes emerge. You'll start to see some words that emerge that are consistent across all the categories. So for me, my first is career and skills development, and all of these are related to career and skills development. I actually, at the end of this, I moved 1 away, so you'll see I moved the Create a Free Sales ebook giveaway to number 4, which is more related to the YouTube channel. And then I added some bullets. So I want to perform a skills assessment on myself. I want to ask for LinkedIn recommendations. I want to reach out to mentors, and I want to complete any outstanding assignments from any previous workshops that I have not yet to complete. So this is all about career and skills development. So at this point, name your first category, please, and also add any bullets that might be missing from it. My second one is physical health. So I put all the things in there that are related to physical health. I actually moved work on home improvements over to 1, which is about skills development. So, not everything's going to fit perfectly. So over time, things will move around a little bit. I also added run 10 kilometers on a regular basis, eat better and count calories, and get takeout food only twice a month. The third category is people. go on a date with my wife twice a month, etc., etc. I also moved the go live twice a month to the 4th category because now that's starting to become more about online, social media, that type of stuff. And I also added join a networking mastermind group, go to Florida to see my nephew once he moves there, set up a series of meetings with different people who can help in my career development. So those are all people. And finally, content preparation and social media. So you'll notice I moved be more opinionated online, but not in a stupid way, over to 3, which is more about people and connecting with people. I put all the other ones under 4s that were 4s. And I added reach out to other YouTubers and build relationships, and of course learn, build audiences on different social networks, and contribute helpful and relevant content across all social media sites. So those are my 4 categories you'll see there, which are career and skills development, physical health, people, and content preparation and social media. So once you have put them into 4 categories, what I want you to do is you're going to forget those categories, and you're going, in the interest of being more focused, we're going to recategorize them into 2 groups. Now, don't worry, because you didn't waste your time putting into those 4 categories, because it allowed you to think about your goals in a different way and to group them into different segments that are interdependent and interrelated, and you got an idea of some of the themes in your life that you're going to want to focus on in 2017. So we're going to recategorize into only 2 groups. So you will see here that I have put them as A's and B's. And so I'm not going to go through each and every one here, but you'll see that finding a new career is A, then there's a bunch of A's, and then there's other ones that are more B, that are, I think, more people-oriented, but we'll see. So what I did is I categorized them as A's and B's, and based on themes, you had to kind of work harder to fit them into the boxes because there's only 2 boxes. And at the end of it, I had a full sheet of A's and B's. So I put all the A's together, and what I want you to do is, once you've recategorized them, I want you to write a full sentence or a phrase on all of the A's in terms of describing them. So whereas with the 1, 2, 3, and 4, we wanted you to name the groups, with this I want you to actually describe the group and describe it in a way of how it's going to help you. So for me, I have teach myself. So all of these things in A, what I need to do in order to get the goals in A is I need to teach myself to learn to sharpen my mind and body. Teach myself to learn to sharpen mind and body. If I'm able to teach myself how to sharpen my mind and body, I will be able to fully complete everything on the list of A's. For B, I have consistently build new relationships, value, and content. So for your group of B's, I want you to do the same thing. I want you to put together a phrase or sentence which describes exactly how you're going to achieve these goals and what these goals are related to. So for me, that's consistently build new relationships, value, and content. So what we're going to do next to get you one step closer to your PowerWord, because this is really the heavy lifting right now. We're really in the thick of it right now, so stay with me. And so what you want to do is you want to take A and add it with B. And so I have A plus B, and you want to mash them together and put them into a well-rounded, succinct sentence which captures all of the elements of A and B. So for me, that is, by consistently sharpening my mind and body, I will learn to build relationships, value, and content. So this is everything from all of the goals mashed up into one sentence. And what happens when we get to this stage is I want you to review all of your goals. I want you to review your 1, 2, 3, 4 categories. I want you to review your A and your B phrases, your sentences, and I want you to evaluate your final sentence. And through the course of that, you will start to pull out a recurring theme. For me, I'm going to tell you my words shortly, but what I did is I did a little searching online. I kind of took I went to Google and I took some of the elements of some of my some of my phrases, and some of the things. I put that into Google a little bit. Then I start to think of words myself, and I finally pulled out the word, which is my power word for 2017, and that is execute. So I have a definition here of the word execute, and what it means is to carry out or put into effect a plan, order, or course of action. It also means to perform. So an activity or maneuver requiring care and skill. And the reason why this is so powerful for me is the fact that it captures two really important things. It's finishing things to completion, to have a plan, a course of action. I am not the strongest at creating a plan. I will be the first to admit that. And it kind of has fallen in the back burner. So this is a good way to execute, to put together a plan and to maneuver in a way that I'm being careful and skillful, not just being nonchalant and all over the place. So, what is your power word? I want you to take all of the information from this exercise that you've put together, and I want you to develop your power word. If you need to pause for 2 minutes or 3 minutes, do that now, because this is the point where you get to uncover your power word. So my power word for 2017 is execute. Super stoked about that. I think it's an awesome word. And I know that if I stick to the word execute, I will be able to achieve anything, everything on the list, including quitting beer. So, now that you have your power word, what are the next steps? So I want you to write it down in big bold letters on a big piece of paper and place it somewhere you spend most of your day. Anytime you're thinking of you're called into a meeting, or you have a new task or responsibility, or you're being asked to do something, I want you to use that word as a source of inspiration, as a starting point, so that you're not looking at that blank page anymore. For me, it's always going to have the word execute on it. Then, when you feel stuck, think about how you can incorporate your power word into your work and your task at hand. Then go back to your list. Tackle your list one by one and use your power word to inspire yourself as a starting point for anything you do. So, for example, when I think of my power word now, I know that in approaching a new task, I need to be well thought out, surgically strategic, be precise in my planning, and that I need to deliver better than I think I am capable of, to try harder. So that's kind of the way that I would capture my power word and how I would use it to inspire myself. Next, what I want you to do is visit carvingyourniche.com/powerword2017, and there you can get your power word blueprint on how to tackle your power word. And the way to do that is to sign up for email updates and what I'll do is I'll send you a series of exercises over the next few weeks to leverage your power word. So to do these exercises, you definitely need a power word. A power word is mandatory for that. So visit carvingyourniche.com/powerword2017. Fill out the information there. You'll get an email, and I promise you I won't spam you. You will get valuable content. That's awesome content. It's great content, and you'll get everything to do with how to tackle your power word. Really good exercises, references to some other resources and materials that are going to help you kick ass in 2017. And finally, if you enjoyed this video, if you're still watching it an hour into it, I appreciate it. B, thank you for taking the time to invest in yourself. This is the right step. This is the right move for you right now. You have a word now that you can use to inspire and influence you going forward for the rest of this year. And finally, you can do me the favor of subscribing to the YouTube channel at youtube.com/Riaz Sidi and hit that shiny red subscribe button, please. That way I know that you made it all the way to the end here. That way you can stay in the know about all of the cool things that are happening on this channel in 2017 from a personal perspective and the new business transformation component that is coming soon. I want this channel to be the best channel for transformation, for business and personal, and just making us better people, that we can be good people, that we can achieve all of our goals in life, we can help the world, that we're not driven by terrible influences, that we are doing clean, good, awesome things, and that we're just being better. So hit that subscribe button. Visit youtube.com/RiazSidi and hit that red subscribe button, and that way we can achieve all of our goals together. And so yeah, join Carving Your Niche. Join CYN. Help to carve your path to personal growth, and coming soon, helping you to carve your path to business growth as well. So there we go. We have your power word for 2017. Mine is execute. So I am ready to get out there and execute. And I really do hope that you join the journey this year to accomplish goals together. So please check out carvingyourniche.com and stay positive. Always stay positive. I will see you next week for a brand new year of Carving Your Niche. I hope you have a safe New Year's. Happy holidays, of course. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever it is you celebrate. I hope you have a great time. If you get an opportunity to spend it with your family, I wish you and your family all the best, and I will see you in 2017. Happy New Year.